Hey, this is Lewie, the Executive Vice President of the Owner-Operator Independent Drivers Association. I'm joined here with Aron from our Compliance Department, and we want to talk a little bit about this broker stuff that's going on. We know that there's a pandemic of broker issues out there, and unfortunately, FMCSA continues to stand on the sidelines and do nothing to help us or enforce us. So that's where OIDA comes. First, let's talk about what you can do to protect yourself from broker fraud. And I'm going to turn that over to Aron because he's the expert on that. Aron?
Yeah, so we know, rates are in the toilet right now, and it's unfortunately due to a lot of fraudulent, brokers out there. And so a few things you can do to protect yourself. If that rate is 75% higher than the actual land itself in the last 30, 60, 90 days, probably don't haul it. That's a huge red flag. You want to make sure you're checking on FMCSA's verified sites like Safer, things of that nature, to verify that the actual, phone number, make sure the actual insurance is on file, things of that nature. Another thing that you can do to protect yourself is go, instead of using the commercial load boards, you can usually go ahead and go to those actual brokers load boards, like things like that.
Yeah, like with the carrier, they have their own load board, or a lot of big brokerage companies have their own load board.
Exactly.
Of course.
A lot of the big guys have.
Yeah,
have
because then
like
know the load's coming from them.
Exactly.
Right.
And you want to speak with these guys on the phone, see if they'll actually answer. You want to verify that that phone number actually goes to who it says it goes to.
Right, and I also assume if you take a load off of a general load board and say it's a big broker, a big motor carrier, maybe you should call that a number that you already have for those folks just to verify that it's real.
Yeah, and they'll have generalized emails as well that you can go ahead and verify as well.
Right.
That you can't do with some of the smaller ones.
And then the other thing I think that we got to remind folks too, and you correct me if I'm wrong because we're seeing this too, don't give your information out. Treat this just like you do internet fraud or all this other kind of identity theft stuff. If they're asking for things that they shouldn't be asking for, don't give it to them, right?
Yeah, there's so many text messages, phone calls out there, solicitations out there that want all your information. Do not give out that information. That is crucial. No one's ever going to ask for that information because a lot of that stuff's public on Safer anyways.
Right. Is there anything else you got to add today, buddy?
I'd say about 90% of what I do see is probably brokers that have had their authority for maybe only 2, 3, 4, 5 months. That's where a lot of this fraud's coming from. I haven't really seen any fraud coming from brokers that have been in business a year, 2, 5, 10 years. It's all these fly-by-night companies that have only been in business about a few months.
All right, and if people have any more questions or comments from you or some of your coworkers, of course, just call and ask for compliance, right?
Yep, call into us and we'll talk to you about it, and we'll try to see when we get an issue resolved.
And as far as OIDA on the FMCSA side and them not doing anything, we're continually hammering them. In fact, just last week we sent a letter because there is this transparency on rulemaking out there that they told us that we were going to get an answer for in June, and we still haven't got it. So we're still letting FMCSA's feet to the fire as well. So on behalf of myself, Aron, everyone here at OIDA, please be safe out there, and thank you for what you do.